We've become different people. You know, he's spent 43 months in jail and I've spent four years campaigning. I've never campaigned in my life. I was never at a demo or a rally before. I never knew that I'd speak out on the issue of terrorism and things like that. It's made us much, much tougher. I'm angry. I've got a lot of anger. His anger is, I wish he was angrier. I mean, but that's the type of person he is. He's soft-spoken and...
You know, we want like, first we met, you know, we were thinking like anybody else have like future, you know, house, kids and something like normal people. Like now it's like...
In your face.
You know, fighting like big things like...
Small things, because we have nothing else to do then.
Yeah, allegation, it's not easy, but it's secret trial. How are we going to clear it? That's the point. It's not... If you open trial, it's easy for us, you know, to... We're going to walk next day, but problem, everything's behind the wall and close the door, and it's very hard for me to defend myself.
I've met all the guys. They're good guys. They're good men, and they deserve to have a fair trial and a right to defend themselves. That's all we're asking for.
I'm really happy that the Supreme Court stopped, qu'elle arrête cette mascarade, because it has nothing to do with justice, with the Canadian values, with even human being values. You cannot put somebody in a jail and tell all the nation, all people through the media that this person is really a danger to national security and is a threat without giving him a fair trial.
It's hard, you know, you can't plan nothing. You're just like waiting what's gonna happen next and waiting when they're gonna decide, you know. Some days you have like, see now Supreme Court decide after 1 year we have to like, we left after darkness, you don't know what's gonna happen. They're gonna come with a new law, they're gonna come same things, just a little bit change, we're gonna suffer same circumstances, they're gonna find the security certificate reasonable.
This new trial might last for years.
It's damaging the reputation of Canada, it's damaging the human right of Canada, damaging the democracy of Canada. I'm a Canadian and I love Canada, and I want Canada to be the best as it's always known among the world.
The age of darkness is on civil liberties that's been happening to this country.
That's right, yeah.
And we as Canadians must raise our voices to make sure our basic human rights are not trampled upon. You know, we just recently apologized to the Chinese for the head tax. We apologized to the Japanese for their internment. We apologized to the Ukrainians for their internment. You study the history of this country and then you realize the reason we have a Charter of Rights and Freedoms is to atone for the past, help us guide us to the future, and make sure those kind of situations never ever arise again. But that's what we have happening.
How can we take people from their wives, from their kids, and put them in jail and ignore them completely with any of their even simple little demands of some dignity, even inside the jail? It is Canada, the country that we look at as the symbol of morality and the symbol of rights and the symbol of generosity, by receiving refugees and by receiving people from around the world to give them a shelter in this country in a total welcoming and loving atmosphere.
I think we're in a very dangerous time where the borders of legal disciplines is disintegrating and all sorts of administrative regimes, such as our immigration regime, is being used for criminal law purposes by governmental authorities just to escape the very important restrictions that we place on law enforcement when we deprive people of their liberty.
Lest you feel too comfortable about being a Canadian citizen and protected, well, let me tell you, in 2004, attempts were made to put the security certificate in the Citizenship Act So it would apply to citizens.
Do we want to jail people potentially indefinitely, or at least for a very long period of time, without the benefit of the doubt available at criminal law, when our criminal law provisions, as they now are, and our law enforcement seems quite capable of meeting the challenges posed by the threat of terrorism? I think that's a very good question, and one that really Parliament has to reflect seriously on.
Cannot, or she cannot, that special advocate cannot discuss the evidence with the person concerned. Well, if you can't discuss the evidence with the person concerned, how can you prepare a defense? Now we're left in a situation probably where we'll have to go back to the courts again. And as you know, it costs a lot of money. We're up against big government that have lots of resources. These gentlemen and their lawyers don't have those same resources. So it's an uphill battle, but this case has to go back to the Supreme Court so that this will be overruled again.
Libérez Charkaoui, déporté Stockwell. Libérez André, déporté Stockwell. Libérez André, déporté Stockwell. Libérez Majou, déporté Stockwell. Liberté, Jérôme Bala, déporté Stockwell. Libérez